Today we're looking at the Roots of Truth, which is the follow-up Abyss section from the Chaos Forest. So it's a little bit more involved, this one, but it's really not too complicated once you understand what's going on. So start by grappling our way up here, and you can go to the tree in front of you there, or you can just fly across and grab onto the root and make your way up to the fast travel point here. So once you've got that, just glide again over to the next platform. Now, I walk straight for the waterfall here, thinking that you just got to stab your way through it. And apparently I'm just not very good at the game, because I try a couple of times here and it just doesn't work for me. So I try and find another way around, and eventually I work out that you can go up and over on the left-hand side here. But you do actually need to stab your way through this waterfall. So you can go around if you have to, if you get stuck, you can't get through, but it was the option to go around. So up the wall on the left here, and then once you get to the top, you are introduced to this mechanism with a little fan and some lasers. So my immediate thought was to take this out, but you don't want to, you just want to leave it in, and you can just take it out if you need to get across the traps, but I just went around the side and grappled my way across. I don't know if you take it out whether you need to put it back in order to complete the puzzle. I actually didn't test that, but yeah, you just want to make your way through and then up this section here. There are actually stairs on the right. You don't need to climb this wall. You can go up the stairs. Now, once you're in here, you've just got to jump up and time this so you're on this. So you can see if you just force palm it, it doesn't work. It knocks you off. What you need to do is you need to brace yourself on the grid. You can see I try a few times here, I don't really get it. But what you can do is you can press Q on keyboard. I'm not sure what it is on controller, but it's Q on keyboard. And that braces you for impact. And then you use your force palm ability and you hold on to the gate. And it allows you to get through. Once I get through here, I'm just trying to work out where to go next. It's just a bit of a steep incline here. I end up just grappling my way up the side. And then grappling over. You can probably come up that route, come to think of it. But then, yeah, I just grapple my way over here again. So, once you get up to this section, you will see that I do run into a little treasure chest just up here, which I wasn't expecting. So that's cool. There wasn't much in here, just some ore from memory. Yeah, just some iron and copper ore, but yeah, that's there, so make sure you don't miss it. Then you head back over here to the next part of the puzzle, and that's another fan mechanism. So you can see that the attachment piece is down underneath there, and you can just glide off the edge here to access that with another one of these gates. So just make sure you brace yourself on the gate before you force palm it, and you can get through. So you can see that you can access the grate directly above there. I try and get through this grate. That doesn't work. I also try here to take the plate and move it through the gates. So you can see that's what I'm trying to do here. Taking it and trying to align it with the gate by rotating it a little bit and pushing it right up against it. This doesn't work. So I'm just showing you this so that you can see that this doesn't work and you don't try this yourself. It actually makes it despawn and spawn on top of you, and it electrocutes you. So what the actual solution is, after quite a bit of trial and error, is there's a bit of a gap directly above you there, and you need to get the plate through the gap, but you lose field of vision here. So you've got to grapple, and you've kind of got to go by sound and get it through that gate and move across, and then it just sits in that space in between, and then you head back out, back up the top, and then you just need to rotate it now and pull it through to the other side to access the fan mechanism. So just rotating it here so it fit through that gap, bring it over to the fan and plug it in. And that first fan should start up here. If you're quick, you should be able to make it across before the fan starts up, but I was not. So I just have to go around the side. So I have gone here and just glided my way across on the side here. So the one thing I notice here is that there is another grate that needs to be connected for the other fan. And you can see on the minimap there that you do have the panel appearing on the minimap. So I came over here, obviously it wasn't in front of me, so it has to be below me. So I fly straight down. And you can, I tried to grapple it straight out and move it out while I'm standing there, and it gets a little bit finicky, it doesn't quite want to fit, so it's easier if you move into the hole before you try and get it out. So move that in and then push that up. Then once you get it back to the platform, plug it in, and that's it for this puzzle, more or less. That should start up the last fan, which activates the mechanism above you. That mechanism is back on, and once you get up there, just be careful for this one, but once you get up there, you can just activate that. If you brace yourself for this, you shouldn't fall off again. So brace yourself and force palm. But I fall off like an idiot. And that then activates the gate up above. So you can't see it because it's up above this platform. So when you're trying to get back up, don't do what I did here. Grapple my way up and then run out of stamina and then fall to my death like an idiot. So just try and find your way up, just be smart about it. I went up the right-hand side, got up to the platform, and got my Abyss Relic. Once you finish that, just move on to the gateway and activate the next set of platforms. So there's nothing complicated about moving through the two different areas for this one. You've just got to basically exploit the force palm jump. Just do your triple jump so that you can get across a lot easier. These platforms are pretty straightforward. Grappled across this one. And then I just glide straight to the next one. And then again, once you get over here, you can see that there's, you have to wait for the platform to come across, so stuff up there. But yes, once you do a triple and then glide, triple jump and then glide, you can land here. And then just do the same thing again to get to the next platform. And that's it for this one. So that's the first 3 puzzles that you need to do to unlock the Precipice of Truth. Now, this one cannot be completed without doing those prior puzzles. So keep that in mind, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. Thanks so much. Peace.